Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today's video, what I'm going to show you is how I doctored up this cute little plain wooden box that I picked up at a local craft store. And I doctored it up using a little bit of art resin and some alcohol inks. So stick around and you'll be able to check this out. Hey everyone, it's Kelly here from Kellie Chasse Fine Art. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm really trying to do a little bit better job with my videos here. So I have a new Mac and I have been playing a little bit. And so I'm in a work in progress, or I am a work in progress, so you can bear with me here. So today's video, what we're going to show you how to do is this cute little wooden box tray. And I've mixed up some art resin here and I am filling the bottom of this tray up. Now I did a couple other projects here, so this was the leftover of my resin, so I do have to mix up a little bit more here. But it doesn't take a whole lot. I'm just going to dump this one upside down here. So I did mix the resin for 3 minutes and stirred it, and make sure you follow directions for art resin. They have a great website on their page on questions and answers. So I have the clear resin down here, and now I'm just going to remove some of these air bubbles, but really what I'm trying to do is heat this up because I like to have my art resin spread, and once it's heated up it really will flow a lot better. Now I will tell you this, I learned something. This is not sealed, and I kind of knew that going into it, but I was going to try it anyway. What I would do next time is either glue around the edges here so it doesn't seep out any of this resin before I start the project, or maybe tape the bottom edges. So I do have to do a little doctoring up. I'm going to do a resin coat on the bottom of this one when I'm finished here as well. So that really kind of moved and flowed quite well, and the full bottom is now covered. Now I'm grabbing some alcohol inks. This is Snow Cap, and just dropping some in here. And I'm going to layer this with a little bit of pool blue. Look how pretty that is. Now this looks cool just as is with a dot. I could let this dry and do a coat of resin on top of this and do some layers if I wanted to. But for this one, I'm just going to really quickly show you here how you can do a little blending. So I've got some silver mixative now, and I'm going to drop that in here. Love the metallics. Look at them. They kind of like shimmer, and they do some awesome looking things here. So let's go ahead and put just a little bit more of that snow cap in there so you can see how you can layer these dots and really make some cool designs with that if you wanted to. Play, right? That's what it's all about. So I have a little bit leftover resin here. I'm just going to finish putting a little bit more in here. Now, like I said, if I wanted to let this dry fully with the dots, then I could go ahead and let the resin cure and then do another layer on top of it. But I'm just using the leftover resin here, and I'm going to mix this in here with a toothpick just so we can create some designs. And you might have seen this. People do this with water and inks as well, and then they can layer papers, which is really cool. I've seen a couple of videos on that. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. So you can see how you can just kind of mix it in. You can kind of create some designs in here if you wanted to, and you know, just kind of move stuff around and see what you like. So because that resin is heated up, again, it's got some movement to it, so it's really easy to kind of maneuver back and forth. So I'm just picking it up and kind of rocking it, seeing what I can get this inks to do. So they're kind of mixing in with the resin. Now you could also do the resin separate with each color and pour it in that way. So there's lots of different techniques to do this. So now I'm going to grab my little torch here, and I'm going to heat some of this resin up again, and you can see where this kind of creates this lacing effect automatically, and it seems to happen mostly with the snow cap or the silver mixatives. You really get a nice lacing effect as that gets heated up. You want to make sure you're moving that around real quick here because you don't want it to stay in one area for too long. You don't want that resin to get too hot because it can burn, so you need to be careful with that. Make sure you're taking all your safety precautions. So I'm going to add a little bit more white back in here again, and I'm going to heat that up. I want you to see that lacing effect a little bit more. See how those kind of move around? Just some really neat things. And again, just picking that up and kind of tilting it around. Look how pretty that is. I don't know what that is. I'm kind of galactic looking thing. Or maybe a wave. Use your imagination. It's just pretty. So here we have it all finished. It's dry, and what I did is I took a clear coat of that resin and just took a brush, and I had a couple areas that I had gotten the resin accidentally on, so I figured I'd waterproof the whole thing. So you could take a bath in this if it was big enough. So you can see underneath here where I have all those drips. This is me being impatient and trying to do things too quickly because I wanted to get a video out for you today. So I would make sure that I, like I said before, tape that off or to seal that with a little bit of glue before doing the resin pour. But this is going to sit now and dry for 24 hours. And here is the finished piece. Check it out. Looks quite pretty, don't you think? So I'll show you the links down below here if you are interested in some of the supplies that I used for this. I have some affiliate links down there, and you can click on those. Make sure you please subscribe to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thanks so much, guys.